Hi, I'm Stephen Howard, one of Inspired Leadership's global partners, and as the author of 22 books on professional development and personal development. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the Manager's Conversation Series, Episode 2, because this episode is all about growth mindset. And as an author, I truly believe in the importance and the value of a growth mindset. Now, it was Carol Dweck, a psychology professor at Stanford University, who coined the terms fixed mindset and growth mindset many years ago to describe the underlying beliefs that people have about their own learning and intelligence. And as you can see on the screen here, a fixed mindset is all about having a very limited belief about your capabilities. You basically believe that a person's raw intellect is mainly fixed and not something that can be evolved or practiced or even developed. A growth mindset, on the other hand, is just the opposite. In a growth mindset, people tend to believe that effort and education and learning and training can change a person's qualities and their traits. And in this mindset, you believe that failure is an opportunity to grow, that challenges help you grow. So as a manager, I highly recommend you cultivate a growth mindset throughout your team and eventually throughout the organization. And part of this is recognizing that mistakes and shortcomings, while not pleasant, they need not be painful if the right culture is in place, because everyone makes mistakes at some point. Often the best lessons come from slip-ups and miscalculations. But in cultures of punishment and fear, or what I call shame and blame, mistakes are swept under the carpet. Any lessons learned are ignored or kept secret. But in a culture of learning and a culture of growth mindset, lessons from mistakes are given priority, and there's a willingness to learn from mistakes. But of course, you as a manager, you have to create a psychologically safe environment within your team for this to happen. So let me introduce this exercise on growth mindset to you. And this is an exercise that can be done face-to-face, virtually, hybrid situation, whatever you want. So in the slide deck you'll receive, you'll see this slide has 12 blank boxes. So if you're running this face-to-face, just have people write their names in the boxes. If it's virtually, just have people pick a box. If they can annotate it on the software platform that you're using, let them annotate which box they want to select. And then you see here there are 12 letters, A to L for each of the boxes. So call on people and ask them which letter or which box that they pick. Ask for volunteers to go first. And let's say somebody picked box D. Now I have that person here, you see here on the screen, that box is, what have you tried recently that has not worked? And all these questions are very open-ended and encourage your people to really think a little bit about how to grow through challenges, how to grow through stretching themselves, how to grow by trying something different. So let me just read some of the questions to you. Up the upper left-hand corner, what will you do to challenge yourself this week? What will you do to improve yourself? Or what will you do to improve your work this week? What will you do to improve a talent or skill that you have? So it's all about thinking about challenges, thinking about trying new things. And that's what a growth mindset's all about. And as a manager, one of the things you need to be doing is recognizing the effort that people make to grow themselves. One of my favorite phrases that I use with all my coaching clients is, you need to recognize effort and reward results. And this is a good opportunity with this exercise to recognize the efforts that people are making to change, to grow, to stretch themselves. You notice in the presentation deck you're given that there's 12 other questions. That allows you to run the exercise twice. If you have less than 12 people on your team, you can run it twice in one session. You could run it 2 different sessions. Also, don't be concerned or worried if more than one person picks the same box. That's okay. Really what you want to do is get people talking and thinking about how they can change, how they can challenge themselves. So you see the questions in the second deck are things like in the upper left, what do you believe is the most important leadership characteristic and why? Or the second one on the upper left, what did you do this last week that was successful? What steps did you take to make it successful, to make it so? And again, part of this growth mindset is not just learning from mistakes, but also leveraging your successes. And so that's a really important concept to think about and to encourage your people. How do you leverage the successes that you've had as well? Now, one important thing to emphasize that you'll see in the instructions that you receive is why asking open-ended questions are so important. And that's because they promote critical reflection and a growth mindset. both in yourself and in your people. And this will help your team grow and learn together. But it's crucial that you, as the manager or the facilitator of this exercise, you create a psychologically safe environment throughout the exercise. And part of this means you need to listen with your full attention. Don't be looking at your phone. Don't be thinking about those emails you need to respond to. Don't be thinking about the next meeting you have to go to. Basically, don't multitask. Smile, nodding accordingly to each comment, encourage everyone to speak, comment or probe appropriately to convey that you're really listening. One of my favorite phrases is always ask somebody, "That's interesting. Could you tell me more about that?" Or "Please tell me more." And most importantly, thank people for sharing. So with that in mind, I want to thank you for watching this video. I wish you great success in running this exercise. It's one of my favorites. It's very engaging. It's high energy. It's a lot of fun. And I think you'll enjoy it as well. And also, I just want to give you a heads up to remember to look out for episode 3 in the Conversations That Matter series from Inspired Leadership. And it's all about that important word, yet. How you're going to get to know each other a bit more and learn things that you don't know yet. That sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. Wishing you best wishes for great success in the future. This is Stephen Howard for Inspired Leadership. Thank you.